hours. Today, February 18th, 2026. Take a look at the latest headlines with me. A maximum alert. Netanyahu orders the Home Front Command to prepare for potential war with Iran. State of maximum alert declared across various Israeli security agencies, reports the media. I've got a ton of headlines coming out for you. It looks like the United States and Israel are preparing for war with Iran. Let's go ahead and take a look at some more headlines coming out here. Israel will be a central arena of potential U.S.-Iran conflict, the IDF general says. We are now hearing, you're going to be seeing it in the headlines, they are assessing a 90% chance we are about to enter into a long-term war with Iran. United States and Iran at an impasse after the Geneva nuclear talks. This coming out 4 hours ago. Trump moves closer to a major war with Iran. So again, just to clarify, this is not going to be a one-time strike like we saw last year with those nuclear facilities. We're talking about an extended war with attacks and retaliations back and forth. U.S. and Iran war could be imminent and take weeks, sources warn. After the latest nuclear talks, we're hearing things are falling apart and fast. Major U.S. naval air buildup sets the stage for a potential Iranian war. And coming out from the live feeds from The Guardian, the White House says diplomacy is always Trump's top option for Iran. However, we're hearing that it looks like a strike is a 90% probability. Iran launches war drills in the Strait of Hormuz. I let you know this yesterday as the United States carrier is flying missions 24/7 before the Geneva talks. So you can see this coming out 2 days ago on the 16th, that while even peace talks are taking place, there are preparations for strikes. And as you saw from the previous articles, it looks like strikes are going to be happening here very soon. Now, reading on, it says Iran partially closes the Strait of Hormuz as vital oil choke point as Tehran holds talks with the United States. Iran urges Hezbollah to enter the potential war. Israel sends a clear message in response to this. The Pentagon warns future war may also hit U.S. soil as direct.
Shalom. I like to say all praises due unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. The Barnes apostles are great milestone. Peace and blessings to the elect. My name is Kanawak from GMS Toronto, and it's going to be in regards to prophecy that is what's happening right before our eyes, and everything what's going on is written right according to Bible prophecy. I'm gonna get it. Let's get it. Matthew 24, book of Matthew 24 and 6. And ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars. So this is when Yahushua was on the scene, right? And he spoke with his 12 disciples, right? And he told his 12 disciples things that will happen in the future, right? And that's over 2,000 years ago. And everything was going on. It's all orchestrated by the Heavenly Father, ultimately, because Esau wants to think that with their council, their secret council, with their whole Masonic order, this global order, that they could bring in this so-called enterprise, this new world order, and have complete domain of the world and depopulate. According to the Georgia Guidestone, they want to depopulate over billions of people. They only want to have 500 million people on this earth. This is what they want to do. Right? So, that's why there's so much thing was going on. And you shall hear wars or rumors of wars. See that you be not trouble, for all these things must come to pass. But the end is not yet. So all these things with these wars and, these wars was going on, because war is a business. War is a business. And these bankers, these elite, they get fuel, they make money, they make profit off of displacing people, taking people's land, their resources, and this is what they, like what they want to do, you know. Um, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be these different countries, the different nations, right? This World War III is gonna happen, right? But these elite and these global leaders, but mainly these global elite, they fear because I believe in the 1980, I forgot the president, what's his name, where he basically said that um at the UN, he said basically at the UN meeting, I think it was 1984 or 1987, and they said that he said basically if there's going to be I'm gonna find it. One second, I'll find it. Yeah, so this is President Ronald Reagan. This was like in the mid 1980s, and I'm gonna play this. And we're gonna hear, and you're gonna hear what he's gonna say.
Perhaps we need some outside universal threat to make us recognize this common bound. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world. And yet, I ask you, is not an alien force already among us? What could be more alien to the universal aspirations of our peoples than war and the threat of war?
So,
Side this,
so like basically, like like that's why these governments, right? Their military and these global bankers who's financing this whole war and all these stuff, right? They're threatened, right? And they're shitting bricks right now, right? Because that's why they have Slovakia. Basically, like that's why they have the space, like the SpaceX, right? The space war, right? Where they have um they have technology, they have missiles and all these stuff, they have lasers and all these stuff to try to fight against uh the Lord Yahweh Shai and the angels, right? And they're gonna lose. That's why when you read Second Esdras 13, when you read that chapter, it's gonna go into um that there's a the chariot, right, was so big that it looked like a mountain when Esdras he had a vision, and and he looked, and he said it looked like a mountain, right? And that would be a so-called UFO, right? And that's what these military, their armies are gonna try to fight against the Mosai, the Mosai's angels, man. And they're gonna lose. They're gonna lose. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famine and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. So everything what's going on is according to prophecy. These food insecurities, these famine, these these different diseases, earthquakes. All right, it's all orchestrated by the Most High, right? And what's going on in book of Joel 3 and 3, proclaim me this among the Gentiles, prepare war, right? So we're preparing, right, the prophets, right, of mainly Great Millstone, who's going out there and proclaiming that this place is going down, right? And new nations are gonna go down, right? And the Israelites, the 144,000, the 1/3 is gonna have next. Prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up, right? And like that's why they have like these other nations like North Korea, China, India, Pakistan, Iran. A lot of these countries were like agricultural, countries, right? But after World War II, right? Like that's when the whole nuclear arms race, the atomic bomb, right? Because Esau, with this whole with the America, known as the Fat Boy and Little Boy bomb that struck Hiroshima, Nagasaki in Japan, right? That had these other nations in fear. So what they did, they instead of because a lot of them were like agricultural people and stuff. So basically they developed technology, and they learned that technology, and they mastered it, right? And that's why like Korea, China, they're saying that if America tries to threaten, and try to put their foot down, that they're going to send missiles, and that's what's gonna happen. Right? It's gonna be a arms race, nuclear arm. It's gonna be a nuclear war, right? It says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I'm strong. Let the weak. It says, let the weak say, I am strong, right? And basically, like that's why these other nations, right, like Korea, China, Iran, Pakistan, right? They have their nuclear technology, their missiles ready to be shot, and it's going to affect the so-called the Fertile Crescent, like the Fertile Crescent, which is known as the Middle East, right? From all the way going from like Iraq, Iran, going down to land of Israel, right? That's known as the Fertile Crescent, and it's gonna be a hot war, right? And and basically, because these other nations, like they're gonna be going back and forth, and that's what, and like and then like that's when Yahweh Shai and the angels gonna come with their fleet of chariots, right? Big chariots, and these their military, these other nations, their military is gonna be defeated, and then at the same time, like Yahushua gonna come in a big fathership and gather the elect, because America is gonna be on fire, right? Through through nuclear war, and that's exactly what's gonna happen. Assemble yourself and come, all ye heathen, gather yourself together round about thither, cause the mighty one to come down, O Lord, that the heathen waken and come to the valley of Yahweh Shaphat. So so like Yahweh Shaphat or Jehoshaphat, which means in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shaphat, which means Yahweh judgment. And that's what's going to happen. That the Most High is going to judge, that Fertile Crescent, known as Iran, Syria, Lebanon. All these places are going to be destroyed. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Put you in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come and get you down, for the press is full. The fat overflow, for their wickedness is great. right? And this is a wicked place. And that's why we're seeing, like their sins is reach unto heaven, and like that's why like the Most High, he's going to he's gonna put a time. He's gonna end their time, right? And that's why Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning of it. That fall with, right? Because Yahweh Shai is going to have his recompense, right? Says no, I'm looking for a precept, but yeah, it says why did he Psalms 2:1? Why did he then rage and the people imagine a vain thing? The kings of the earth set themselves and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against the anointed, and that's what they want to do. They want to totally like destroy us because they see that the dry bone, the elect, is waking up, and they want to totally destroy this whole awakening of the Israelites knowing who they are. Let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. Right? And that's what they want to do. Like they want to totally like try to like destroy the tribes, and they want to try to get rid of Israel. Right? But that's not gonna happen. Because I think it's in Hosea, it says that Israel is a sign of the sea. So you can't destroy the Israelites. Like that's why, like they like these other nations, like like these heathen want to try to destroy our people, but all we do just, like we're very fruitful, multiply. Right? Let the heathen let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cord from us. He that sitteth in heaven shall laugh, and the Lord shall have them in derision. And that's what's gonna happen. The Lord's gonna have these heathen in derision, man. Right? Because they plan on having this whole new world order, this whole their like global enterprise. Right? And it's gonna fail. Right? And Iran's a part of the new order. Israel's a part of the new order. This is a global thing. They're all occultists, right? You know, this is like this is in our Iran, one of their main buildings, the Iranian Parliament building, right? So this is like under a pyramid, right? So this is a global thing, right? They're all in bed together. The state of Israel, this is all a big game, right? Um, you know? Yeah, so that was pretty much it. I didn't really want to go too long. So with that, let us show our praise and due to Yahweh Hashem, Yahushai Bashim, Kakwadash, the bonus possible, a great milestone. I pray that this video was edifying, and shalom.